Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Blue 58, hey, check 26. Okay, just like that, just like that. Walk inside.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
All ball, baby. All ball. It's all.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Under 10, under 10, 10. 1, Omaha. 10, check 13. Lock, lock, lock.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, and after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
11. 12, fellas, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught. It's the rookie Deebo Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. 12, fellas, here we go.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10
Two.
at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Jim.
This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard, now to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! You run. Check. 21.
Garoppolo now. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Cut. Hey, watch that. Check Mike, 50. Box it. Hey, 88. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Daniels has it, left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, Steve 6. Mike 50.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And a Packer 1st down.
Got it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Rip left. Mike 5-4. Mike's by 4. Let's go.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
49ers nothing. Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Target. 21. 65.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Gotta do better.
11.
Check three.
General West.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Here we go.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D.
11.
Now Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 22.
And the 49ers
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger collect.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight right.
3 down.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
15 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
52.
13. Hey, get hot.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Next to score, Packers 13, 49ers 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Packers take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Man, I got you. Jack! Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
You can't block me.
Check 52.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Slam. Hey, 88. Get 300.
Smooth. Check 52's the mic.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
21. Here we go. Flag. 11. Hey, exit.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Packers 20, 49ers 7. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
11.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
White.
Check safety.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
50. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd down and 4. Rodgers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
65.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Back at the 13-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Returnable for Grant. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
54. 150. What we got? He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Watch the safety.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Here we go. Check. I got you, son. 11. Hey. High 7. 44. Mike, 44. Let's go.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Foes and Mike. Mike's supposed to
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes the 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
1, Omaha. Slam, slam, slam. 11. 44.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Here we go. 180! Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on. Go ahead.
So they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Tighten up.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Watch the slant.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Go! At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let him know.
On 1st down, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
26. 52.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 54, right there.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Preston Smith there on the stop.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Here we go, D.
Rodgers now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Undercrunch. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, black. Check 37.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Marcus Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Geronimo Allison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Is good. Makes the score Packers 29, 49ers 14. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go,
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here we go,
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21. Hey, Echo.
Mike 50. All day, dog.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
For a 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Here we go,
so 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
12.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Gold able to tack on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
54.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Shift.
Over.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check.
21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
It's Coleman here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Here we go. 180. Switch up. Watch twist.
On the sneak is Garoppolo. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They're going to try and run for it. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Check. Oh, here we go. Two. Mike, 44.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He's back to throw. Screen play, McKinnon.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, 44.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Coleman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 180. Clock.
Here's the party now.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
86 is on the go. 86 is on the go.
Now a desperation throw, deep depth. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Green, seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.